I'm going to try and push the BB20A frame through an 18-inch radius curve that's here on my switching layout and look for some of the interference points. I've already done this, so I know that this gear tower is going to hit the left side frame. So as we come forward, you can see that first truck start to swing over, and there's the interference point. If I keep going, it's not going to make it. It's going to get pushed over and off the rails. And so right about there's where we hit our bind point. So the front truck pushes the rear truck off the rails. So I'm going to try and relieve a little bit of pressure here on the front of the frame and hope that that gives it enough latitude that we don't have this rear gear tower impact the right side of the frame. I really don't want to bite into the frame here on this right side, because that'll weaken the structural integrity and strength. So let me make some modifications, then we'll come back and see what it does. So some other modifications I've had to make. I was originally going to use some threaded holes here on the truck side frame to put the wire into, but it turns out that the lateral motion of the frame really needs the full extent of the motion, range of motion, and comes right up against this plastic on the gear tower. So I had to take out those contacts. So what I did was, for the left side rails, I picked it up off of the bolster bar. I had to go back to the original right side rail pickup and add some pickups, but that then interfered with the bolster. So I had to cut a notch out of the bolster in order to allow a reasonable range of motion. It's still not as much as I need, but I don't want to take too much and compromise the strength of the bolster. So we'll see if this works. So I've taken about 3/4 of an inch off of the frame and put a 45 diagonal on the end of what was left. And here's what we have. As that front truck starts to swing, you can see the rear one starting to push over to the opposite side, and the rear one gets right out to the maximum excursion. It's just starting to maybe a couple millimeters from the frame. We still have a lot of room out here, although the plastic side frame has just started to bump into the inside corner of my 45-degree miter. But this is an 18-inch radius curve, so it looks like maybe some minor fine-tuning, maybe a little notch out of the frame here where the gear tower in the rear is. But it looks like this is going to be able to negotiate 18-inch curves.